In 2020, Apple did something nobody expected. They dropped a silent laptop with no fan. And somehow, it embarrassed machines twice its price. 6 years later, I am still using it. So, should you buy the M1 MacBook Air in 2026? Short answer, yes. And the long answer, it depends on how you work. Because in 6 years, this machine has edited videos and survived daily abuse. Plus, it runs without a fan. It never really slowed me down in any task that matters. But there are 3 things it cannot do in 2026. And if any of those things are on your list, walk away. Starting with what everyone wants to know. Is it still fast? For everyday tasks, yes, absolutely yes. It flies. Browsing, documents, emails, photo editing. This thing runs on Apple's M1 chipset, 8-core CPU and up to 8-core GPU, built on a 5nm processor. Translation, it was ahead of its time, and it still shows. The M1 Air handles tasks like it's doing nothing. It scores higher on single-core performance than most mid-range laptops released this year. But here's where it starts to show its age. If you're editing 4K video with heavy effects, you'll hit a wall. Not immediately, but you'll feel it. The 8GB RAM model especially, because in 2026, 8GB is the new 4GB. The 16GB version though, that's the sweet spot. Still very capable. The system is constantly managing what stays open and what doesn't. This machine is 6 years old and the battery still gives me around 6 to 10 hours of real use. And not Apple's marketing number, actual use. Browsing, typing, YouTube running in the background. And yes, completely fanless, which means silence, but also limits. The build is still very solid, no flex in the keyboard and no wobble in the hinge. I mean, Apple built this thing to last, and 6 years proves it. The display is still sharp enough for content work. Not promotion, not mini LED, but color accurate and easy on the eyes for long sessions. Retina display, 13.3-inch, 2560 by 1600, P3 color, still clean, still accurate. One thing that hasn't aged well is the single USB-C port situation. Welcome to dongle life, whether you like it or not. Because with 1 out of 2 Thunderbolt ports used for charging, you're only left with 1. And if you're someone who moves between peripherals constantly, that is a daily frustration you will need to factor in. I promised you 3 things this laptop cannot do in 2026. Number 1, it cannot run Apple Intelligence properly. Apple's newer AI features are optimized for newer chips. So, if you're trying to run serious local AI models, large LLMs, advanced stable diffusion workflows, or heavy AI video generation, this tiny fanless laptop starts sweating spiritually, quietly, poetically, especially this 8GB variant I have here. Now to number 2. It cannot handle serious video work at scale. Heavy 4K editing, color grading, big timelines. It can do it, but it won't be pretty. You'll feel this machine breathe, and it will finish the job, but it just won't be smooth. Now for number 3. If you need dual monitors, you're done here. The M1 MacBook Air only supports 1 external monitor. If your workflow requires dual displays, this is not your machine. So who is this laptop actually meant for in 2026? For students, this is arguably the best laptop you can buy at this price point. Word processing, research, presentations, video calls, the M1 Air will outlast your degree. Now, writers and creators who live in the browser and Google Docs space, you will never max this machine out. Buy it without even thinking. And for small business owners who need reliability over power, we're talking spreadsheets, emails, Canva, Zoom, QuickBooks. This handles all of it without any complaint. And finally, someone switching from Windows for the first time. The M1 Air is still the smoothest entry point into the Apple ecosystem. Easy to learn and impossible to break under normal use. Oh, and also for content creators just starting out, if you're just getting into YouTube, TikTok, or podcasting, this machine will carry you through your first 2 to 3 years easily. And here's the best part, the price. You can get a refurbished M1 MacBook Air in 2026 for significantly less than a new M2 or M3, let alone the M4 or M5. And the performance gap between the M1 and M2 for everyday tasks is smaller than Apple's marketing wants you to believe. If your budget is tight and your needs are real, the M1 is not just a compromise, it is a smart decision. If your budget allows for the M3, M4, or even the M5, and you're a power user, get any of them, no question. But don't let anyone make you feel like the M1 is obsolete. It is not. So after 6 years, it is not the fastest anymore, but it is reliable, silent, efficient, and still very capable. If your budget is tight, this is not a compromise. It is a smart move. Just know what it can't do before you buy it. I mean, if you want raw power, AI features, or future-proofing, go newer. But if you just want a laptop that works every single day, then yeah, the M1 Air still earns a spot. And that is the truth. Now, if this helped you decide, drop a comment below and let me know which way you're going. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thank you for your time. Till we see you again, bye-bye.